born, grandmama could see it. I be Bentley driven and
Welcome, basketball fans. This is one fans have been looking forward to, Greg, for a while now. Two major star-studded teams ready to battle.
On paper, it's a very exciting matchup, and knowing these guys are ready to exceed all expectations, we could be in for a real show here tonight.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Top of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
And passing has made this guy next level. That's the element that has changed Gilgeous-Alexander's game.
Randall kicks to McDaniels. Launches a 3. That's good from Randall on the assist by McDaniels.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Williams passes to Dort. For 3, Holmgren, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. Holmgren gets the bucket.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Now here's Edwards. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. But Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Nailed from three-point land.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others, and I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough. Look, for this offense, Randall being an effective catch-and-shoot option is crucial.
DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by McDaniels. And here's the fast break. A 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Definitely a volume shooter from range. DiVincenzo lurks on the perimeter, looking for these openings to strike.
Now, here's Dort. Last game we saw him score 13. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul. Mitchell, he's checked in for Dort.
Coming onto the floor for your Thunder.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And finished off by McDaniel.
What bounce from McDaniels, just leaping into the air for that dunk.
Thunder trailing by 4. Mitchell passes to Holmgren. Now here's SGA. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And here we can check out the story for Anthony Edwards.
And guys, he's fighting it a little bit at the free throw line. In the past 10 games, the stroke just hasn't been what we saw earlier in the season. He'll be trying to right that ship here tonight.
And Oklahoma City making a change. Higgins is checked in. Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, when you're the size of Gobert, you're already living above the rim.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Clark, he's checked in for Gobert. And Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Hartenstein with the screen for Mitchell. Outside, SGA. And they get it. Dillingham with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 6. And Stan, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
Here's Dillingham. McDaniels outside. Oh, good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Over Clark. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
McDaniels, good on the three-point shot. McDaniels got 5 points so far.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. SGA, no good. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. And Reed throws it down.
Look, Reed is a strong finisher. It's still unbelievable that he was undrafted because he is a force.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Here's Holmgren. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Timberwolves on top as they end the first quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
We've got Chet Holmgren. Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Wiggins against Clark. And here is Wallace. His last outing, he had 8 points. Back to Williams. Mitchell outside. Off target with his 3. Minnesota leading by 6. Randall passes to Reed. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Dort, he's checked in for the Thunder.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
Well, if you want to win away from home, quite simply, you have to make your free throws.
Wallace inside. Reed with the defensive effort. Here's Randall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Jalen Williams is checked in for Wallace. And a change for the Timberwolves. Edwards is checked in. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Holmgren's got 5 points now in the quarter. Out left of the wing. Back to Randall. There's the 3. Connects from three-point range. Randall's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Pass to Williams. Here's Mitchell, covered by Conley. For three, Holmgren. Randall grabs the board.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Edwards, he is a bruiser.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
Mitchell outside. Williams inside. He's covered by Clark. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Williams. Inside. Out to Edwards. Pass to Conley. Wiggins against Randall. And Reed has it in the corner. And another three for Minnesota.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Stan Nasreed is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasreed, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and yeah, the charisma on top of all the skills.
And Jalen Williams' game is unique. His combination of power and finesse, you don't see that many with that skill set.
Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
To the paint. And Williams with the stuff.
Wow, Williams going up high, playing over everybody's head.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. Stolen by Dort. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And now Hallie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Kevin?
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Edwards dishes to Gobert, and he makes that one. Gobert's got his second basket of the game.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
Williams up on top. 51 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 4 on the clock. On the wing, Williams. Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these rejections. Gobert has all the physical tools and razor-sharp reflexes as a defender.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And it's Chet Holmgren in for Cason Wallace. Timberwolves leading by 13. DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. No good on the triple. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Outside, Dort. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
You know, that being said, Shaq, you can't get complacent. Got to keep stepping on that gas pedal.
And time for a look here at how the... And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
So on the floor for Minnesota, guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randle. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And finished off by Edwards.
Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. And so it's Oklahoma City with it, trailing by 10. Outside Williams. Back to SGA. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Sinks the 15-footer. That's 10 points here for Jalen Williams.
You set him up, and Williams will typically...
Edwards with the dunk of the night.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot from 6. Hartenstein. And Hartenstein is right there.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's stolen by Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots the 3. Dort misses. Here's Edwards. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Pass to Hartenstein. Gobert with the block.
Well, this is Gobert to a T. An outstanding rim protector with impeccable timing. Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Now Hartenstein, defended by Gobert. Here's SGA. The shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Dort against McDaniel. Here's Holmgren. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Edwards. And there's Randle on the assist from Edwards. 16 points for Julius Randle.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Thunder. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Great D that time from Edwards.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
DiVincenzo finds Gobert.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. Knocks down the 3 ball. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Mike Conley's checked in for Minnesota. Pass to Hartenstein. At the top of the key, Mitchell. Holmgren the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Edwards. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. 11 points in the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Mitchell. Here's Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. SGA from outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And finished off by Edwards.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Kenrich Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Jalen Williams. Minnesota also making some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Randall. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Here's Holmgren. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Reed, back to Conley. This one for 3. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 12.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's SGA. Lays it up and banks it in.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Here's Reed. No good from outside. Thunder trailing by 20. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside, SGA. Wiggins outside. Offensive rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jalen Williams is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Williams. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Dort in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Conley, the pass to Reed. Conley kicks to Randall. Taken away by Williams. On the wing, Wiggins jacks up a 3. Rebound, Minnesota.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Minnesota.
And what a night for Reed. We see him do this once in a while. Once he gets rolling, it's hard to hold him back.
Williams passes to Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. That one good for 2.
Well, terrific timing and placement with the bounce pass there.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Randall left side. GA in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Shot clock at 6. And Dort gets it to go.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
For the Thunder, Hartenstein comes in for Kenrich Williams. And Wallace subbed in for Mitchell. Timberwolves also changing it up. Juzang's checked in. And it's Edwards in for Mike Conley.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Back to Williams. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Holmgren comes in for Williams. And SGA subbed in for Wallace. Edwards against Dort. Wiggins outside. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Holmgren. A three-pointer, Wiggins. A three-pointer is right on target.
They cash in on a lot of second-chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit. One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hartenstein. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. Edwards' shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Tries the spin move. That one drops.
And the move and the basket, SGA has the defense shook.
Oklahoma City foul. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. First personal foul.
And that one falls to Dillingham. And the Timberwolves making a change here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. SGA sets a screen for Dort. Holmgren outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And one of the many things SGA does well, forces his way to the line.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Dillingham.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
Holmgren with the steal. Dort outside. Puts up the three. Trained from outside.
And stretching the D out to the sidelines. Williams.
Minnesota leading by 15. Now DiVincenzo. Edwards fires. What a response. Hitting a three of their own.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Timberwolves.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Julius Randle.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And stolen by Williams. And Williams with the clear path to the... There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. McDaniels. And there's the three.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's Hartenstein. Gobert there for the rebound. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Edwards. Jacks up a three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Yeah, you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you,